Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Terry and I'm a cash stuffer from Botswana. On this channel I'm on a journey to financial freedom, and I use the cash envelope method and the zero-based budget to manage our finances. We're a one-income household. My husband works, I stay at home, but I do a few hustles here and there. So I bring in a little something, not every month, not all the time, but when I can, I do. And then the money that my husband brings home, I budget throughout the month for all of our expenses, our living expenses and everything. And then the money that I bring in goes to our sinking funds. Sinking funds are preparing for an expense that you know is coming. For example, car service or car maintenance. For me, car insurance, because I pay my car insurance once a year, and all of that. This month I want to do something a little bit different. So this month I want to kind of focus on the money that I spend every day, because before I started this journey, I was in a lot of debt. Even though I don't work, and I had a lot of, I owed people money. Let me just say that. I owed people money from Metelo, from social groups, from the lady next door, I just owed everyone. So I just, my husband he works, like I said, but I take care of all of our finances at home, and I was doing a terrible job. And I was in debt, he was frustrated, it was just a whole mess, and I just thought something's gotta give, and that's when I came across this. So I've got a TikTok, and I get a lot of questions on TikTok, people wanting to know, how did you get out of the situation you were in? And for me, managing my spending is what got me out of it. Because the first order of the day for me was, let's just get our money through the month. Let's get the salary that we work with. Let's just get that money through the month. So I kind of, that's how I got out of the debts that I was in. So in April, what I did is that's why I think that's what April is going to be like for me. I'm going to kind of show you guys how I got out of the situation I was in by just controlling my daily spending. That's what I want to kind of focus on this month. So I made myself a smaller version of this because this book is huge. It's just the same thing, no difference, the same exact thing, only it's an A5, but it's the exact same thing. Nothing is different inside here. So now we're starting with April. So April, this is my spread for April. It feels kind of weird writing in a smaller book, actually. So this is my spread for April. So I think I'm going to kind of show you guys my budget. I'm sort of doing a do-over, my budget, and then how I get the numbers that I get to stuff into my wallet every week. Because like I said, my husband gets paid once a month, but I found that breaking down the money into four it's helped. It helps me remember more what I did with my money. It helps me manage more the money that is available to me in that week. So breaking it down has been kind of the key to me managing our finances. And so this is my spread, and then my month starts on the 25th, because that's when my husband gets paid. So if you're a person who gets paid on the 7th or the 15th or the 20th or whatever, you would okay, so if you're a person who gets paid on the 7th, then your month would start, or here would be the 7th, and then end on the 6th. So I want to kind of walk you through my budget, like I said. So that's why I've covered all of this. That's why I've covered this, because I want to go through it, page one by one, kind of, The income that I'll be working with is 25,600. This is income that we use at home, and a little bit of it is money that I brought in. I have like I said, I do a few side hustles. Do I call them side hustles when I don't have a main hustle? Please let me know. Let me know. Do I still call them side hustles even though I don't have a main hustle? Or is my main hustle being a housewife? I don't know. Just let me know, guys. Comment down below and let me know. Because I always say my hustles because I feel like my side hustles doesn't really apply. Anyway, this is what I'm working with, which is income from both of us. So let me just do this. So these are my bills, our rent, insurance, FSG, which is like a funeral cover, and then DSTV, DSTV. My husband's football. That's just what this is for. I hardly ever watch DSTV. It's just for football. And then utilities. This is electricity and water. Subscriptions are like Netflix and Canva. Then Moraka is this is how much I spent at the Moraka, which is a family thing. This is my share. I do this with my sibling. And then my bank fees. So my total for this is 9,240. So when I do how I do a zero-based budget is this amount here. Is I say 25,000, which is my income, and then I take away the 9,240, and this is what I get. So now going forward, the way I do this, going forward, whatever I budget for next, I'm using the 16,000. That's why I wanted to cover here so I can kind of explain more. So now I'm only working with 16,000. So these are my variable expenses. So I've split them into two. Okay, I had a phone call. I don't even know where I was. Yes, I was saying I've split my variable expenses into two. This is money that stays at home, and then here is the money that I carry with me, which I've called cash envelopes, because I prefer using cash. With the cash envelope method, you're basically just using cash for your everyday spending. Yeah, for your everyday spending. Okay, now my variable expenses are my prescriptions. Me and my husband are on prescription meds. And then there's money, church, which is just Sunday collections. And then petrol, this is just petrol for me. I work from home, like I said. And then if I've got any other trip, business related, my business will pay for the petrol. So that's why I just budget 400 in my budget. Car wash, this is me and my husband's car wash. He gets 2 washes, which is 140. And then mine is 200, so hence the 260. And then airtime, this is just for me, my kids, the boys, my mother, my mother-in-law, and my uncle-in-law, who's like a father to my husband. And then essentials is just stuff that we use throughout the month, things like self-care, household. They're like short-term sinking funds in my essentials binder. It's money that I use throughout the month. Any hospital visits, and that, and any extra travel. That's what the binder is for. And then family, I use I've got a challenge, a monthly challenge that I do every single month, where I save 1 pula. On the first, I'll do 1 pula, on the second 2 pula, and so forth. And on a 30-day month, it's 465, and then on a 31-day month, it's 496, and I'll just top it up to make it 500, and I'll stuff in my family binder. But sometimes I budget for it depending on what's going on with my budget. And then, okay, this is a bit distracting, isn't it? And then my husband, we budget 2,700. This just for his, monthly expenses. Like, this is just basically for his alcohol and cigarettes. Yeah, it's just for those two. And then the kids, my son, we're paying for my son's rent, and he's just living expenses. So the total for all of these is 9,010. So since I'm working with this amount, I take this 9,000 from 16,000, and I will get 7,350. Now, moving forward, I'm dealing with this amount. Whatever is left, savings, sinking funds, and cash envelopes, I'm working with the 7,000. And I found that doing it this way has been so helpful to me. So This is groceries. So what happens with my groceries? I buy groceries at the end of the month. Okay. So with groceries, I budget 2,300, or I budgeted 2,300 this month. So what I do is, there are things that I buy at the end of the month which are staples, things that we like your palechi, sugar, and all of that. Those are staples. So I use this month. I budgeted that I'm going to use 900 pula for them. So this 1,400 is what I cash stuff. The 900 pula I buy at the end of the month. It's like my haul, should I say. And then I have this 1,400. This is the money that I cash stuff into my wallet. And then I divide this by 4. And then every week, okay, I've got a wallet binder, and then there's a wallet that I carry with me. So the 1,400 I cash stuff into my wallet binder. And then this amount here, I cash stuff into my wallet every single week. And this is what I've given myself to spend in the week. And then I've been failing to stick to this 350, but it's one of my goals. You know that there are days when your phone just won't stop ringing. That's my day. Okay, so meat is the same. I was saying, 350 I cash stuff into my wallet every week, and I've been struggling to stay on budget, but I'm gonna try. It's one of my goals this month to kind of just manage the money that I spent, because and then meat, same thing. But meat, I don't buy like a lot of meat, because I live in a village. Electricity is very unreliable. I woke up with no electricity this morning, so buying a whole lot of meat and putting it in the freezer, and then we've got no electricity for 2 days. Yeah, so I thought I'm just gonna buy meat every week, enough meat for the week. So 1,200 is, I'm buying, divide that by 4, I'll be stuffing 300 pula every week into my wallet. And then takeaways, I just budget 200 every single month. We fail to stick to it, but I'm gonna just stick with this money anyway, in the hopes that we will be able to manage. I don't eat out, my husband does, and it's a problem. Household is just things around the house that we may need. And then kindness is just, I cash stuff like 20 pula in my wallet, and then if I have a chance to give, I give. If I don't, I just put the money into my church envelope. And then miscellaneous, just things that random things that you might not have thought of, or that I can't even think of right now. And then me, that's 800 pula that I budget for myself. This is just for money for my personal needs, basically my hair, my skincare, and all of that. That's what I budget for myself. And then the total for those is 5,000. So now, since I'm working with this amount here, I'm going to take this amount 5,000 from here, which means I'll be left with 2,350. Now I'm working with 2,300, and because I've got no debt, it's water utilities. I can't really budget. I don't really budget anything for it. I just pay with any extra money from my hustles, or if I get money from the lady who's staying in my house. And by the way, the phone call that I just received is somebody who's looking for a house. Now she's willing to pay a bigger amount than the one who's staying now, but I know this person who's staying in my house personally. So do I stay with loyalty to an old friend who hasn't even paid, and today's the 2nd, or a person that I've never met? It's a hard one. That's why I didn't know what to tell her. I'll hear what my husband has to say. Maybe he'll have something more to say, because I don't know what to say. Okay, since I'm working with 2,350. I've got my motelo, and I think I'll show those in another video, because otherwise this video is going to be super long. I've got my motelo, so I contribute 1,700 every single month to my motelo. So when I get to this stage here, what I do when I do my budget, when I get to this stage, I just do this. I go 2,350, and then I take away 1,700, and then I'm left with 650. But I've also got another challenge that I do every single month, which is my denomination challenge, which is where I save 10 pulas. And should I show you? Let me just show you real quick. So these are my denomination challenges. Okay, let me leave this here. 10 pulas. So every week I'll save a 10 pula. Oh my gosh, the glare. I'll save a 10 pula from my wallet. And then at the end of the month, if I didn't manage, I'll just budget 40 pula into this. And then the 20 pula as well. It's 80 pula, 2, 4, 6, 80 pula. But if I don't manage to, if I do manage, I'll just stuff a 20 pula every week. And then into my 50 pula, 100 pula, and 200 are kind of hard. So those are budget for every single month. Then once I finish this challenge at the end of the year, I should have 5,640. So I take the 650 and I take away the 350 for the denomination challenges, and then I've got 300 pula left. So zero-based budget basically means you're budgeting out all your money. You are budgeting down to zero, not meaning like you've seen here, not meaning that you end up with no money, but every single money, even the money that's in the bank, you know what it's for. Because I found that leaving idle money is what got me into trouble. I would just assume that I've got money and I would just use it. But now the money that I do have is for something else. So I got to cash stuffing and doing a zero-based budget. So, and then I've got 300 pula left. So I've decided to put the 300 pula into my car funds because I know it's not a lot, but you know, it will help. My car registration is coming up in June, so I'm saving up to registration for 2 cars, my car and the truck. So I'm just budgeting 600 pula for both of them. So I'm just putting in a little bit of money. So this will go towards that and maybe just to my maintenance, car maintenance fund. So, and then minus 300, which leaves me with 0. So if I add all of these up, oh my gosh, let me just take these away. If I add all of these up, 9240 9240 plus 9010 plus 5000 plus 2350, I get 25,600 and I'm left with nothing. So that's how I do my zero-based budget. I've still got money in my wallet. I'll still get money in my wallet every week to use if I need anything for the food related. I've got that. If I need anything, if we run out of bath soap, I've still got the household money. If somebody you were in town and somebody walks up to you and says, can I have 10 pula, I've got that money from kindness. And if I remember that oh my gosh, I need kitchen paper, or I need something totally random, I've got this miscellaneous money to fall back on. So that's kind of how I do my zero-based budget. I just wanted to run you through that. And then what happens is, oh my goodness, so what happens is every week I will cash stuff my wallet. Last week I've already cash stuffed my wallet, and that's the money that I put into my wallet. Like I said, these are the amounts that I've just showed you. But like I said, this budget is for end of March. So that's the money that I'm using here. That's why this might be like especially for me, that's why meat is different from what I was showing you from my budget. It's next month I'm going to be doing 300. This month I'll be doing 350. So that's what it is. So on here I cash stuffed 200 pula for the weekend because it was a long weekend. But I don't usually cash stuff money for the weekend. So it was money from my holiday sinking fund. That's the 200 that I put in here. So now I'm just going to do a check-in to see how I spent this money. And I really didn't spend this money. When I think about it, I really didn't spend. I spent very little money. So for groceries, there's gonna be a lot of editing. This is gonna be a really long video, guys, so please stick with me. Okay, this was just so that I can see the page I'm at. So for groceries, I only bought groceries for 116 pula. Yeah, I only bought groceries for 116 pula. And remember, I cash stuffed 350. So like I said, I want to do this a bit differently now. If you've followed me before, if you've been following me, then so what I want to do is I'm going to look into my wallet. I'm going to bring my wallet here because I want to do this a bit differently. So I spent 116 pula in groceries. Now, because I had cash stuff 350, I will take away 116. So I should have 234 in my wallet left over. So yeah, this is the receipt. I just, yeah, 116 pula, 47 tab. But I don't have the tabs with me, so I should have 234. Perfect. And that's exactly what I've got. And I'm just going to put the money in the tray. Yeah, this video is going to be very long. Okay, and then meat. I'm going to put the receipt to the side. And then with meat, shows that I spent 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 250, 260, 270. Now, I also cashed out 350 minus 270. So it shows that I used 80 pula. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember what I spent, but I did buy meat. I can't find the receipt. The only thing that I remember is that I bought meat we were going to the Maraca with my husband's family, and I know that I bought meat, but I can't find the receipt. So, and then, okay, I'm supposed to put my balance here. 234 is what I've got left. Okay. And then here I've got 270. So, like I said, I'm doing this a bit differently to how I used to do it, so I might get a bit confused. Please bear with me. The first time I'm doing a video like this, where I'm really reconciling my wallet. And then takeaways, I didn't stuff anything, so I'm not even going to write it here. And then household, I didn't cash stuff anything. Household, wow, household, I still have the household money, mainly because I was using money from our sinking funds this week. That's why. Spent nothing, remaining 50. So I'm going to put it here. Kindness, I don't really, if I had money in here, I probably would have put it in my church envelope. So I don't really track it. I don't track money for kindness. And miscellaneous, I've got, okay, I've got 50 pula. Means I cash stuffed 50 pula, so I didn't. Oh, I've still got 50 left. I'm putting it here. And then everything else, this money is going back to the bank. So what happens with money for back to the bank? It's just if I swipe and then I've still got the cash in my envelope. When I get home, I'll just take the money that I used and take it back to the bank. So I used money from, I swiped, and so I'm just putting the money back. It's a lot of work, I know, but it's something that works for me, and I'm going to carry on doing it. So let's see how much I've got left in my wallet, guys. 200, 300, 450. Plus this 450 plus 20, 40, 60, 80, 120 and 30. So I've got 600 pula left from my wallet, but I've also got coins. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is yeah, but this is not gonna happen every month, so every week. So I'm excited, but I know it's not going to happen all the time. And, that's okay. That is okay. So let me just kind of change the angle a bit. Hopefully that works. So I'm going to reallocate this money. But first I'm going to cash off my wallet. Let me just put it to the side. Like I said, guys, I'm going to do things so differently. It's so weird. It feels kind of weird, but I'm going to do it anyway. So gross. So I'm going to put this to the side. I'm going to cash stuff my wallet. So like I said, I cash stuff this at the end of the month. And me, I'm not giving myself any money because I totally overspent. And then groceries will be getting its weekly 350. So now we've got 2, 4, 5, 6. We've got 700 pula left to use at the end. 700 pula for the rest of the month. So today's the 2nd of the 4th. So I've added to wallet 350. So now I've got 700 left. So that is kind of my process. I always do this off camera, but today I thought I'll just do it on camera. Meat is also getting 350. Should also have 700. 2, 4, 5, 6, 700 left. Okay. And then household. Takeaways is not getting anything. Household is getting a 50 pula and it's got 100 pula left. And then in here, unexpected, I've called, yeah, let me just change these because I like them to go in the same order. Yeah, that's just me. I'm weird like that, guys. So miscellaneous first. It's also getting a 50 pula. And I'm just going to keep this in here because I'm going to use it. I'm just going to keep it in there. So, I don't know what happened there, but anyway. Kindness is getting a 20. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Then there's 60 left, but I don't really track it because sometimes I just jump in here and just take money as and when I need. That's why I don't even bother to track. So that's my little process there. So I've got to find a place for this money. I've got to find a place for this money. So I was thinking for miscellaneous, for my essentials binder, miscellaneous and household. The money from household is 50 pula. I'm going to put it into my household envelope. And now there's 100 in there for my home. This is like a household sinking fund, stuff for the home. If I need a broom or, whatever. I'll update this after. And then miscellaneous as well. It's completely empty. Surprise, surprise. The 50 pula that was from there, I'll just put in here. Then I'll update that later. So in this binder, I've got 3 new envelopes. This one is for chickens. So what happens with chickens is I bought myself some chickens. So this is just for the chicken feed. I want to just give them maize. Is it maize or corn? I don't know the difference, but maize, corn. So the money that I budgeted was 400 pula, and I put it in there. I'll cash stuff this coming month because now I kind of want to be on track and just not post in April, post stuff from February. So I'm just trying to play catch up. So I had 400 pula. I ended up using 100 pula in here yesterday. I don't remember what I was using the money for, but I know that I used money that I was going to buy a male chicken, but I had the money with me. I had 150 with me, and then when we got there, the lady didn't have the money, but then I had forgotten that I had to buy something for 100 pula. I don't remember what it was. So I ended up using this money, but I'm going to pay it back. Yeah. And then Moraka, this money is just for water. I cashed out 400 pula, so I've paid 200 pula. Per week is 100 pula at the Moraka because we've got a few, there's chicken and then there's like a few stuff. Then I want to kind of breed them. So I don't know how that will go. And then, but I just want to breed them naturally. See, not give them anything, just give them any natural stuff, natural remedies, and you know, any natural stuff. I'm just gonna try and stay away from all these artificial things. We'll see that how that goes. It might not work, but you know, I'm gonna try it. And then this money is just for water. I paid 200 bloaches for 2 weeks, and then hopefully, like this is, we're very new to this, so this might not be enough. It might be more than what it should be, but you know, even the chicken feed, I don't even know how much I should. I know that I've got 140 in here. I don't know if it will be enough, but I bought some meaty maize for the chickens yesterday, and they do, because they've, are they called free range, when we just let them out and they just roam in the, you know, when they scratch and eat worms from the ground. Yeah, that really helps, because then they don't eat as much maize. I've only got like 7 chickens. It's not like it's a lot. I'm just starting. Yeah, and then top-ups is just family stuff. Somebody wants to, so like a cousin of mine has bought a house, so she's going to do like a housewarming, but then we kind of give her money. I just don't have the energy to explain, because it's something I don't like. I'm just doing it because it's family. Given a choice, I wouldn't, but you know. Okay, so this money here, I've got a weekly challenge that I'm doing. I'm doing my, so this week it will be 140. So I'm going to put the money in here, because otherwise I don't know where I'm going to get the money from. So I'm going to put this money in here, 120. So I'm done for the week. So I'm going to, since I'm stuffing this every week, it's coming up nicely though. It's kind of a hustle. Every single week I've got to kind of hustle where I'm getting the money from. It's really funny when you think about it, because I think I'm throwing myself on the deep end. And I don't know, it's an adventure. It's an adventure for me. So that is that. And I also want to put a little bit into my, yes, I'm also going to be putting some money into my weekly challenge, which is this. I'm going to put a 10 pula, because yeah, so now we should have 130, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30. So yeah, that's correct. 130. I really want to stick to it and kind of see it through. So pray for me, guys. And then the 20 pulas, I'm putting in a 20, so 24. I should have 250. 260. 20, 40, 60, 81. 20, 40, 60, 82. 20, 40, 60. Yeah, 260 is what I've got. So I think when I get to the end here, I'll start either condensing or putting a placeholder. I can't decide. Can't decide what I'm going to do here. And then these, like I said, I have budget for, and then I cash stuff at the end of the month. Right now, since we've done March already, we're at 150. Just to show you guys. And then 100. I've got 3 of them for the end of March. 300. These ones I'll definitely put placeholders. Definitely put placeholders. And then in these, 2, 4, 600. 3 of these. So I'm totally up to date with these. And I also want to put in, I think since I'm here, I was thinking I can put, where's my long term? 100 pula. I might as well just stuff 100, 15 pula. Just 15 pula, because I've got these coins as well. Yeah, I might as well just stuff 15 pula into my 100 envelopes. Because according to my maths, I'm going to have an extra 15 pula. 15 pula in here. So the beauty of the cash envelope system for me is that every single money has a place. Every single pebe has a place to go. I never have idle money. I never have idle money. All the money that I've got, I put towards something. And that's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of this. And then I'll just update that a little later. Okay, no, I've got another one, haven't I? I've got my mini challenges. So in my mini challenge, I want to put, I'm adding, I've got a little cheat sheet here to the side, by the way. I'm adding a 15 bula in here. So I'm just putting a 10 in here. Wait, where's the book? Take this out of here. Okay, so I've got my little mini challenges here. So I'm putting in 15 bula. So I'm going to put a 10 in here. So what I do is I put notes in here, in this little envelope, and then once the challenge is complete, I put the money into this envelope, and then any coins for this challenge I put into Miss P here. Yep, there goes Miss P. Yeah, now I've got to do the tracking. 15 bula, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15. Yeah, up to this one here. Okay, so now I think I'm going to put this money into miscellaneous, because yeah, miscellaneous, we dip into this more than I care to admit, but it is what it is. And then I think the remainder, which is 110 bula, I think I'm going to put this money into month ahead. Yeah, I'm going to put this into month ahead, because it is money from my wallet anyway, which is what I want to do. So now in month ahead I've got, oh my gosh, now in month ahead I've got 250, 270, 290, I've got 310 bula. I ideally want to have just 500. It's not like I want to have a lot in here anyway. And then maybe these coins I can put into Big Mama. Should I put them into Big Mama? Maybe I can put a 6 bula in here. Yeah, I can put a 6 bula into my mini challenges. Into Miss P. And then these ones I'm putting Big Mama. Okay, that is the longest video I've ever done. Thank you for sticking with me, guys. Thank you for sticking with me, and please let me know what you think of my new little setup, because I want to basically just concentrate on my my wallet, just managing my wallet this month of April, and taking you along with me, because like I said, I got a lot of questions on TikTok on how did you get out of debt. This was the first step. The first step was just managing the money that I've got, just getting our money throughout the month to avoid borrowing money, because borrowing money and just getting that, it felt like getting myself a fix for that time, because it felt like I'm in this little corner and I need money, and the only way I'm going to get out of this corner is by borrowing money, because I've never had I had a credit card long ago when I was still working. I don't have a credit card. My husband does not believe in credit cards and such. So the debt that I'm talking about is just owing people money. I was always borrowing. I was like the laughing stock, I think, now looking back, because I was always borrowing money and sometimes struggling to pay it back, because it was a cycle. Then without that, I have to pay that money, and then a week later borrow again, and some money I would be borrowing to be gaining interest. It was just a nightmare, and this was the first step to me getting out of the cycle. So please comment, like, subscribe, and this is the longest video. Please comment, like, subscribe, tell me what you think, and please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.